Folks, the IRS is upset about the abuse of the employee retention credit. The IRS has put abuse of the employee retention credit on their dirty dozen tax scams. And why did they do that? Well, let's back up for a second. What is the employee retention credit? It was implemented during times of COVID so that, if a company's sales were declining and they were losing money, so that they could afford to keep their employees. The credit is significant, is huge. But here comes the abuse. Throughout the past year or two, both tax professionals and the IRS have been seeing thousands and thousands of companies popping up overnight that are employee retention credit tax specialists. It's amazing. They were previously selling donuts and payroll and credit card processing, and now you're selling this sophisticated employee retention credit. It's very dangerous. There have been a lot of business owners that have been pushed into taking this tax credit when they should not have been taking it. If your sales stayed the same or they went up, guess what? You are not eligible for the credit. So IRS is upset about this. Now, if you've taken this tax credit and you shouldn't have, you should be worried because the IRS is using their criminal investigation division to explore companies that have taken this credit when it's apparent that they should not have. And guess what? They will be going after the promoters big time. So you really need to talk with your professional. You need to talk with your CPA, your tax advisor, and possibly your attorney, because you may need to turn this around and undo what you did. So if you or your business took this credit by accident or you were coached into it by one of these promoters, the IRS is expecting you to amend and take that credit back and reverse the situation. That's what they're expecting. That's how you would make it right. It is possible if the credit was large and it sounded too good to be true, you may be in serious trouble. So definitely talk to your CPA, your tax advisor, and if they tell you to, you may need to get an attorney to protect yourself. In hindsight, folks, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So when you get those envelopes or those packages or those emails, if it sounds too good to be true, be wary.